How can someone's words expose the gap between who they really are and the honest, authentic image they try to sell? Welcome or welcome back to the channel.
Is there any part of you that feels any sense of imposter syndrome? Do you ever sit back and get overwhelmed by how big the opportunity is and then, pedal back from anything that might be?
I don't. I think I have.
Cards.
I think that I've always had a very entrepreneurial spirit, as we talked about.
Emma's question makes Meghan look up, pause, and let out a superficial laugh, one that doesn't reach her eyes and cuts off abruptly, all of which undermines her denial. She doesn't actually say no. Instead, her don't carries a slight upward inflection, suggesting a subtle recognition of the feeling.
I don't. I think I have.
Cards.
What's the entrepreneurial spirit they talked about earlier and that Meghan wants Emma to focus on in order to shield herself? Well,
I really want to understand where you got the entrepreneurial bug.
And I started using my own sewing machine. I would make scrunchies. So when I was about 5th, 6th grade, I was selling scrunchies for $1 a piece at school.
that's right, making scrunchies in elementary school equates to having an entrepreneurial spirit. Meghan continues to struggle with Emma's question about imposter syndrome, suggesting that she recognizes the feeling she's denying, albeit unreliably.
I think that I've always had a very entrepreneurial spirit, as we talked about, but equally, I enjoy being in a position of having a strong team around me, being able to help guide that team as a whole. And I've also, in the adventures of my life, I have certainly navigated through things that can in some ways feel bigger.
Yeah.
Yes, and what a good job navigating.
I remember in the car and driving up and he said, "You know how to curtsy, right?" And I just thought it was a joke. Like I curtsied as though I was like, "Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty."
There are lots of indications that Meghan wants to evade this question, but doesn't know how. First of all, talking about guiding a team and navigating has nothing to do with Emma's question about imposter syndrome. Secondly, she pauses and looks away.
Being able to help guide that team as a whole. In the adventures of my life, I have certainly...
Thirdly, she says, you know, a common expression, but one that indicates that she's acutely aware of herself and what she's saying. This expression appeals to shared knowledge, as if Emma knows what Meghan's talking about, which she doesn't.
I enjoy being in a position of...
And again, why is Meghan in that position? Because of Harry's family. The family she can't stop complaining about, while making money off of it. And people aren't supposed to see that. It takes her a full minute after the question, a full minute of visible discomfort, before she realizes she needs to deny being an imposter emphatically, because of course, this interview can't get too honest. Let's take a look.
I have certainly navigated through things that can in some ways feel bigger.
Yeah.
So this for me is just another chapter that I think is full of, I'm a very curious person, new learns. I love learning something new all the time. I don't feel imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now.
And where's that?
I don't feel imposter syndrome.
Her sudden, strong denial, clearly meant to protect her image, is undermined by her earlier discomfort with the question. It's further weakened by the fact that she's acting authoritative in fields where she lacks relevant education, whether cooking, fashion, or beauty.
I love learning something new all the time.
Talk about a focus shift. She's not learning new things. She's posturing as an authority in fields where she has no credibility, no merits, no relevant education.
My dear friend Serena, who I'm sure you know.
I love Serena. She's like my girl crush. Talk about successful entrepreneur, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's doing so well.
And judging by Meghan's overly enthusiastic facial expressions and micro-expressions, she clearly loves talking about someone who's actually successful.
She's doing so well.
Emma keeps talking about Serena, and Meghan She seems to enjoy every second of it.
She
said
said
to me
killing. I mean, she's
years ago.
literally, it's amazing that she can have like that type of career and then this type of business career. I don't even know that people fully have grasped like how successful she is.
But also translating knowledge from the court and being dedicated and
all the things
to another avenue. It doesn't mean that you have to stay in one lane for your whole life. It means that you can translate those skills somewhere else. That's probably part of the magic.
Meghan couldn't wait to jump in and overlap, just to make sure everyone gets the right impression of where the magic really comes from.
Like how successful she is.
But also translating knowledge from the court and...
What's interesting here is how she immediately pivots Serena's story into her own. Just moments earlier, Meghan and Emma were talking about Meghan's supposed transferable skills from acting. And now, Meghan makes sure to drive home the message that you don't have to stay in one lane, just like she hasn't. She's dipped into countless areas where she lacks experience, training, or results. And despite all the talk of reinvention, there hasn't been a whole lot of magic.
That's probably part of the magic. But she told me years ago, a lie can't live forever.
Next, we get what I'd call a call-out moment.
You've really embraced social media, but are you thinking about it in the way that so many of us do as also a business tool?
Not for my personal account.
Really?
No. For my personal account?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's the one we're all following.
Well, good.
That's
a
the
lot
one
of your
that we're
following
like,
as ever
just
too.
dropped.
No, I think for me, it was a great way to get my voice back.
Yeah, you have to.
Get my voice back.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, and that's really, it's my space and my channel for joy. That is the intention of my handle.
Through her questions and tone, Emma makes Meghan's answers appear surprising, or perhaps more intriguingly, disingenuous. This sheds light on the excessive laughter, even when there's nothing to laugh at, and explains why Emma's dramatic hyperbolic language comes across as insincere flattery.
Get my voice back.
Yeah, you have to. 1,000,000%.
Meghan disguises an objection as if she's having the time of her life.
Well, good.
That's
a
the
lot
one
of your
that we're
following
like,
as ever
just
too.
dropped.
This is a disagreement, which explains why Meghan's forced laughter never reaches her eyes and fades almost instantly.
No, I think...
Notice her body language. She begins caressing her left arm with her right hand, pausing for 3 seconds before delivering one of the worst cliches imaginable.
No, I think for me, it was a great way to get my voice back.
Yeah, you have to.
All of this is a sign she's uncomfortable with the situation, which is consistent with this being one of the few moments when she's actually challenged. And by the end, she doesn't look too pleased.
It's my space and my channel for joy. That is the intention of my handle.
My channel for joy. Nothing sounds more sincere than that, because of course, Meghan's every move isn't about self-branding or self-aggrandizement. Never mind that her profile literally advertises the second season of her show and her products. Pure coincidence, right?
Get my voice back.
Yeah.
Get my voice back, a cliche lifted straight from The Little Mermaid, the very character Meghan compared herself to in the Oprah interview. The problem? Her voice was never gone. It was loud and clear when she convinced Harry to leave his family.
You heard Meghan share with us all the moment that she came to you.
I had no idea what to do. I wasn't prepared for that. I went to a very dark place as well, but I wanted to be there for her.
And also, we didn't leave right
terrified.
in that moment, right?
Up next, Meghan and Emma talk about how Meghan's trained herself out of self-doubt, which in Meghan's case seems to be code for brushing off failure, skipping relevant training, and being remarkably indifferent to genuine improvement. She's about to give an answer so unreliable it borders on deceptive. Notice how she schools Emma in the process. Let's take a look.
There isn't room for a tremendous amount of self-doubt with that. It will be there. But when it appears, you have to train yourself out of it.
You got to shut it down. So how have you trained yourself to do that? Do you think that comes from your background as an actress?
Could be. I mean, yeah, you know, when I was an auditioning actress, and this is well before Suits, you have to think, At that time, there were certainly not a lot of mixed race parts.
Really?
No.
Really?
No, there weren't a lot of, if I was going in for an audition, it was either, you have to remember, this was a very different time than it is now.
This is the defining moment of the interview, the point where Meghan's disingenuous or just plain deceptive self-narrative starts to unravel. First of all, there's an interesting shift in this exchange. The first time Emma says really, Meghan plays along with an exaggerated no that's already a bit unreliable.
Really?
No.
But the second time Emma says really, the mood changes. Meghan drops the playful act, likely because she's realized Emma isn't just being lighthearted, she's being skeptical.
Really?
No, there weren't a lot of, if I was going in for an audition.
Meghan's whole demeanor shifts from playful to serious and instructive, like she's suddenly correcting Emma, subtly warning her not to challenge the narrative. She even makes a self-repair when a speaker corrects themselves mid-sentence, often by rephrasing. In this case, Meghan rephrases as she starts schooling Emma.
If I was going in for an audition, it was either, you have to remember, this was a very different time than it is now. You have to remember, this was...
She claps her hands twice, like she's trying to snap Emma and the audience to attention, and says, "You have to remember." That word, remember, carries weight. It implies that Meghan's right and Emma just forgot the truth, because otherwise there'd be nothing to remember. And this isn't the first time Meghan's used that structure. Earlier, she said you have to think, but remember has a more authoritative, almost patronizing tone, as if Meghan's reminding Emma and all of us of something obvious, that it was a different time back then. Only, was it? Meghan was born in 1981. She was 30 when Suits aired in 2011, which puts her auditions for different parts around the year 2000. And back in 2000, diversity was already a talking point in Hollywood, and many shows embraced it. So Emma's disbelief, pretty understandable.
Really?
This isn't the first time Meghan's tried to frame her relatively limited acting career as unique, and she does it in the most disingenuous way possible. Take a look at this.
I love women who I am able to look up to and say they have done so much in terms of leadership, but also promoting diversity and what she's, like USA Network especially, I feel really proud of. You know, Jessica Pearson could have just been cast as a white man, and Rachel could have been cast as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, and they've really embraced changing the landscape of television in that way.
This suggests a strategic narrative, one designed to elevate Meghan and her relatively short acting career by making it sound more significant than it actually was. And Meghan's delivery here is telling. She pauses, looks away, down, then up, in a way that's strikingly consistent with someone who's fabricating as they go.
This is well before Suits. You have to think, at that time, there were certainly not a lot of mixed race parts.
And this isn't the first time we've seen her use commanding language when interviewers don't fall in line with her self-narrative.
What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform. You're getting a new country out of it, a husband, obviously, but also giving up your career.
Yes, that's nice. Yes. But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
I left my career,
it's a new chapter,
my life.
Right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, right? And also keep in mind, I
have not done a show in no makeup since my 1,000 QVC shows.
Do you think I have? What are you talking about?
You look exactly the same, though.
Oh.
You look exactly the same. So, okay, these are some of the hot questions that everyone wants to know.
Oh, okay.
Meghan seems so authentically surprised by that.
Oh, okay.
Even if we pretend these are real questions from viewers, and not just ones Jamie made up, they're definitely not questions everyone wants answered. The more than 17,000 negative comments on top of existing criticism say otherwise. These questions aren't hot at all. Just listen to this.
Do you watch the royal shows on TV, like The Crown or Bridgerton or any of them?
I watch Bridgerton.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the other hot questions.
And so do you use Markle anymore?
No, not since I got married.
Not since you got married.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Good to know. This is what everyone wants to know.
Jamie didn't exactly make that look like a hot question everyone's dying to know the answer to. I wonder if the question was even there.
And so do you use Markle anymore?
No, not since I got married. Not.
Meghan definitely didn't seem to like that hot question. Notice her schooling tone, the kind that puts Jamie on the defensive, making her respond with an unreliable upspeak.
That's what everyone wants to know.
Meghan sure seems open to everyone's questions, as if she doesn't know these are Jamie's questions.
That's what everyone wants to know. Okay, what's your morning routine look like?
Quick, find a question that won't upset Meghan and jeopardize our performative friendship.
I have the monitors on so I could hear both the kids. They get up at 7. So I give myself a little bit of time to either put on workout clothes, brush my teeth. I'm happy and the kids are healthy and H is great. And
okay, what's your favorite thing that you see in your kids that you go, oh, that's their dad? Like,
oh, some of the words that they still say with a British accent. So they'll say zebra. And what else do they say? They have these little moments where it comes out, because they have very American accents, but they say words that are just like him, and I think it's adorable. Zebra's a good one.
Zebra, I love it. Okay.
This would have been the perfect opportunity for Meghan to mention some of H's personality traits that she considers to be positive. Instead, she gives one of the most distancing accounts imaginable: pronunciation. Everything from Harry's nickname, that couldn't be any shorter, to Meghan's talk about pronunciation totally gives me the impression that they're close and that everything's great.
And H is great, and, H, that man loves me so much, and he's also a fox, if you haven't noticed.
What's your favorite moment from these beautiful excerpts? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, click the like button. Until next time.
You've really embraced social media. Do you enjoy it, or does it feel like a bit of a drag?
No, it doesn't feel like a drag. It feels liberating. Yes, social media. It's really interesting as I can reflect on it. I keep my distance from it right now just for my own well-being, but it feels liberating. And I think we were just hit so hard at the beginning with a lot of mistruths that I made the choice to not read anything, positive or negative. It just didn't make sense, and instead we focused all of our energies just on nurturing our relationship.
On us, yeah.
On us. You would just see it play out. Like a story about someone in the family would pop up for a minute, and they go, we gotta make that go away.
After an event where every single member of the family, senior members of the family had been, including the Queen, and on the front page of the Telegraph, Meghan.
I went, oh my God. I made the choice to not read anything.